Oh, Six Flags. It's a well-known brand among the general public, but among the enthusiast community, it's gained a reputation for being the discount theme park chain. With small-scale investments, rampant cloning of attractions across the chain, and a blatant overuse of the names Batman, Joker, and some variation of Spinsanity, the chain is often considered cheap compared to other North American theme park chains like Cedar Fair. But that is all about to change. We are now only at the precipice of a new Six Flags. One that will put those older notions to rest once and for all. Good day everyone, it's Parker here, and in today's episode of Theme Park Parlay, I'm going to explain why you need to start paying attention to Six Flags over the next few years, and why I think the chain will be changing for the better. So without any further ado, let's talk theme parks. Okay, hold up. Where's all this coming from? Well, I assure you I'm not just pulling it out of Mr. Six's pockets. On November 18th, 2019, Six Flags appointed Michael Spanos as the chain's new president and chief executive officer. Spanos previously served as the CEO for the Asia, Middle East, and North Africa sector of PepsiCo. Upon joining the Six Flags team, he replaced Jim Reid-Anderson, who had served as Six Flags CEO since 2010. Now, let's get something straight here. Although Jim Reid-Anderson is responsible for the image of Six Flags that we know today, he really did do wonders for the company. You see, he inherited the chain when it was on the brink of bankruptcy and struggling for attendance. His business style, although it seemed cheap and repetitive, actually saved the company. And if it wasn't for him, we might not even have a Six Flags today. That said, things are different now in 2021 than they were back in 2010, and it's no longer necessary for Six Flags to be that discount chain it once was. Now that we have Michael Spanos in charge, it's a chance for the company to try something new. And although he's been in this position for almost 2 years already, he really hasn't had a chance to show us his business style yet. Keep in mind that a global pandemic has been ongoing for the majority of his tenure, and it's kind of hard to reinvent a company when the world is on fire. However, the pandemic did give us a chance to see that Six Flags is intent on being a leader in the industry. Overall, I would say that the chain did a much better job at handling the pandemic than some of its competitors. Looking at you, Cedar Fair. They had a state-of-the-art security system that used technology to get guests through the gates in an efficient, fast, and safe manner. They were able to safely open many of their properties before a lot of other regional parks did, and for parks that couldn't be opened because of regional or state restrictions, Six Flags got creative and introduced things like drive-thrus and drive-ins and other innovative ideas that allowed the parks to earn some revenue despite the gates being closed. Heck, some of the parks that were opened incorporated some of these ideas anyways. The chains that didn't do these kinds of things really missed out on some good business opportunities. So yeah, it's safe to say that already, Six Flags is proving itself to be a true leader in the industry. But it doesn't end there. Earlier in the month, the first ride designed under Spanos' tenure was announced to the public. Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, a new B&M dive coaster opening next summer at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Now, every other theme park YouTuber out there seems to have an analysis on this ride already, so I don't need to go into too much detail here, but there are some things I want to point out. First of all, the manufacturer. B&M roller coasters tend to be more expensive than some other manufacturers Six Flags likes to work with, like RMC or S&S, and the two companies haven't collaborated on a project since 2012 with X-Flight at Six Flags Great America. This announcement of this ride could mean that Six Flags might finally be willing to make some larger investments again. It also shows that Six Flags is willing to be unique and not just copy and paste names and designs all over the chain. Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger will break records with a 95-degree first drop, the steepest for B&M's dive coaster model. Furthermore, it introduces a unique character and story, as the ride is rumored to feature some theming and some kind of pre-show as well. This seems to be a trend across many North American regional parks, where proper theming and storytelling are starting to become an essential aspect of the park experience. But it's good to know that Six Flags is also on board and moving in this direction. If Cliffhanger is any indication of what other future Six Flags attractions will be like, I am here for it. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make here is that the Six Flags you once knew is no more. And I don't think it's going to be seen as the discount train for much longer. In any company, a new CEO means a new identity and a new way of doing things. If we keep seeing innovations like the ones we've seen over the pandemic, and additions that are on the same level as Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, I think it's safe to say that Michael Spanos is steering the company in a positive direction and will establish Six Flags as a true leader among North American theme parks. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more theme park discussions, plus vlogs from my theme park, travel, local, and outdoor adventures, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you really don't want to miss anything, be sure to hit the notification icon while you're at it. Also be sure to follow me on all of my social medias at ADVParker for things like theme park news, photography, and channel updates. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, the adventure is calling. Bye!